Hello gamers and future friends, today I will be reviewing Folk Hero. To be terse, Folk Hero is a small indie game that shares many similarities to the legendary Risk of Rain series. These similarities consist of things to be unlocked are correlated with achievements, weapon upgrades, special attacks. Level by level, you progress with enemy infested areas, grabbing as many collectibles along the way to make your character as strong as can be. To anyone who is a fan of both Risk of Rain 1 and 2, and or the recent 2D pixelated art style for the latest release of Risk of Rain Returns, I highly recommend checking out Folk Hero. To anyone who watched my Steam Next Fest videos, you may remember Folk Hero from a while back when I demoed it. The demo took me through the first area, allowing me to beat the first boss. It really caught my eye enough to give it a chance, and I'm really happy that I did. Each region consists of two separate areas to pass through, all the same size. Here's a full map for reference of how many sections to a map there are. You can see it's pretty small. After you proceed through the map, you will see at first a progression area where there will be shielded enemies to pass through, and after that you will then have a boss encounter. As games have shown in the past, I was pretty sure the areas were going to be relatively similar and lackluster, but to my surprise, I could not have been more wrong. Each area had their own brand of unique enemies with different attacks, designs, speeds, everything. Enough diversity that made the game feel unique rather than repetitive. Each area allows the player to upgrade their character with a blacksmith to upgrade your weapons, special attacks, items to give your character boosts, shops that sell potions or items that will possibly add lightning, fire, bleed to your attacks, things like that. There are a total of 4 regions, each with their own shielded enemies and boss encounter, each with 2 separate areas, which totals 8 paths needed to take. Now this may seem short, but if I'm being honest, I'm happy the game took this route. Due to the simplicity of gameplay and graphics, a shorter game was the right way to go, but not only that, they provided the player with 4 different tasks in each region. After completing these tasks, you are then provided an NPC in the next camp that will help level up your character in many ways for the rest of your journey. So shorter the better, but more in-depth areas just made it perfect. These tasks to unlock these NPCs was never too complex or require any thought at all. It's just collect this, find this, kill this, or one was literally just, hey, you found me. With enemy attacks and designs being simple and the first boss being just a bear, I had low hopes for further boss encounters, which again, I was wrong. The 4 bosses had some pretty cool unique attacks that also added much needed difficulty that this game had been lacking up until this point. But after 4 regions, I managed to beat the final boss in just a few attempts. And there it was, his sword. All I had to do was pick it up and...
That was gay.
Most people may get annoyed when a game does this, but it fits here. Now, what I mean by this is, though you completed the game, you could not complete it because you were missing something. But again, remember, 4 regions, it's a short game and a simple one, but beating the final boss isn't the required task. When I beat the boss, I tried to pick up his weapon and died and got confused, but kept playing to see that I had to unlock an NPC that provided with specific gloves to wield. There were a few different moments this happened. This provides the player a reason to continue exploring and running. If I had picked up the sword and won and the credits rolled, I would have stopped playing thinking I beat it. This allowed me to continue having fun, finding out more secrets in the game, and provided a unique experience with every run. The only thing I wish this game provided was a multiplayer mode. I loved running through Risk of Rain 2 with my friends. It would have been fun to go through a few runs with them as well for Folk Hero, but sadly, single player is all that is available. For a simple game, this review is running a little long, so to close, if you were a fan of Risk of Rain series, I think this is a must-buy. Risk of Rain runs can sometimes take hours of your time and require a major time commitment from you. A run in Folk Hero never took me more than an hour tops, and that was for runs where I explored the map in each area. If you just run through to the boss in each area, depending on how upgraded your character is, we could be talking minutes for a run. Folk Hero is just a great game to have installed on your Steam Deck for a backup. And that does it here, gamers and future friends. I hope you all pick up Folk Hero, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.